Hi, hi, come sit down. How are you today? That's good. Thank you for coming to see me and coming to our clinic today. I'm Dr. Panda. You can make yourself comfortable, of course. So I'm just going to look at your information profile. Thank you for completing that for us. Yep. Okay, so you identify as female and you use she and her pronouns. Sure, yeah. So since this is your first visit, I'd just like to go through the basics of the clinic today and get to know your sexual health a bit better. Don't mind me, sorry, just checking my notes here. So some of these questions, they may seem a bit invasive, but if you feel uncomfortable at any time, you're free to not answer them, okay? I want to be very clear about that. Your comfort is our priority here. But we just use these questions to give you the best possible treatment, you know? That's what it's all about, taking care of your health. So I'll talk a bit about the clinic first. We are a walk-in based clinic, so that means you don't need to call and make an appointment in advance. Then we do have some services that require appointments, but I can talk a bit more about that later. But just for general checkups, general consultation and advice, you just walk in any time that we're open and someone will do our best to help you. I work here full time, but we obviously have a team of doctors working as well, so you won't see me every time that you come here. I've worked with all of our other team and I've given training to some of them, so I can guarantee that you'll get the best treatment possible from everyone. We're all super friendly and welcoming, okay? We provide a range of different services here. I mean, some people come to us for information on sexually transmitted infections. They want to know about pregnancy and abortion, testing of any kind, immunizations, you know. Support for sex work is something we provide. We have sex workers that come in frequently for the services that we provide, of course. What else? You know, a whole range of things, really. Most of our services, including standard consultations like today, are covered under the public health care insurance. So we are fully transparent about any costs and we'll inform you before treatment, so you've got nothing to worry about, okay? So now I'm just going to start filling out the rest of your profile, and I do have more questions that I need to ask in order to complete it. Like I said before, if there's any question that you feel uncomfortable about, you don't have to answer it, alright? Some of these are going to be a bit more invasive because we do want to know about your sexual health, of course. Alright. So, in the past 3 months, have you been sexually active? Yep. What happened there? Sorry, I don't know what happened just now. Alright. Yep. Okay. Yeah. My mouse wasn't on. That's why. There we go. That's better. Okay, so to your knowledge, have you had any STIs in your life? Okay. And in the past 3 months, have you done any sex work? Okay. How many sexual partners have you had in this time period? Yeah, I know it's a tricky question, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's say around 10. Yeah. Do you have sex with men or women? Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Like, the question is a bit outdated. So let's refer to men and women as sex assigned at birth. Yeah. So both? Yeah. Do you use contraception such as condoms? Yeah. With all partners? Okay, very good. And do you use condoms for oral sex? Okay. Now, when you have anal sex, are you usually the penetrative partner or receptive? Or like, as the kids say, are you the top or the bottom? Yep. Okay, so you are verse. Got that? Yeah. Okay. And in both penetrative and receptive, condoms are used? Yeah. I know you said you use condoms, I just have to ask these questions. Okay. Now, with those 10 or so partners, how many times were you the receptive partner? Okay. Now, I ask this because the risks associated with anal sex for top and bottom, it can be a bit different, different conditions for both regarding the risks of certain STIs and such. Yeah. So thank you for being so candid with me. There's definitely some things I'd like to discuss with you today, but first I'll let you take the floor. Is there anything that you wanted to discuss with me today? Yeah. So you want to do the routine STI check, right? Yeah. That should be fine. Now, it seems like you've done these before, right? Yeah. Good. With your GP. So for the STI check, I'll give the tools for you at the end of our session today. Yep. And you can take some of them to the bathroom with you. Good. Was there anything else? Yeah, I wanted to talk about this with you as well. Let me just check my notes quickly. Yeah, so PrEP has been an amazing medical breakthrough and has helped so many people. I mean, as you know, it helps to prevent the spread of HIV. Now, you are usually the receptive partner of anal sex, and that puts you at a higher risk of contracting HIV. And like you said, you use condoms, which is a very responsible and effective method to protect both you and your partner. But PrEP is definitely a great idea, I think. it's a good choice for you. Now there's also PEP. Have you heard of PEP? Okay. So PEP is a similar kind of pill that you take orally, but it's designed for emergencies. Let me just check because I'm forgetting the specific conditions with PEP. Because I don't want to give you the wrong information, of course. Okay, so it must be started within 72 hours of an exposure to HIV and be taken correctly over a 28-day treatment period. PEP can be 1 tablet taken daily or a combination of 2 to 3. I'll just read a bit more, okay? So if you've had sex and you feel like there's anything to worry about, you can take PEP after you've had sex. Has to be within 72 hours, and then you continue over 28 days. And it depends on which one you're taking, whether you need to take 1 or 2 to 3. That's the general idea, okay? So I could subscribe that to you today, but I think PrEP is the better way to go, because I'll talk more about PrEP with you. But I just need to fill out some quick paperwork, okay? And then I'll guide you through PrEP. Alright. Okay, PrEP, yeah. No, good. Now you are part of the healthcare system here, yeah? So that means PrEP will come at a discounted rate, which is really good. Alright. So here's PrEP. This is the one that I want to give you a prescription for today. I mean, this is our sample packet. You'll be able to get this from the pharmacy next door. Let's take a look, shall we? Just fix my chair. So here's what the tablets look like. You take 1 a day, preferably with food. In blue, they're not too big. They are 200 micrograms. They do have some side effects, but I'll go over that with you. Yeah, so that's the box here. I'll just put it over here if you want to take a look at it. Now, yeah, so you take 1 pill a day. It won't work until you've been taking it for around 10 days or so, which is very important to remember, yeah. Now, if you're taking it but you find that you're not having sex that often, there is an alternate method. You can take 2 pills the day before you have sex, 2 the day of, and 1 the day after. Once again, my memories are not serving me very well today, so I would like to just fact check that very quickly. Sometimes they change the official recommendations for stuff like this. Yeah, so you take 2 tablets between 2 and 24 hours before sex. And then you take a single pill 24 hours after you've had the first dose. I think that's it. I'll check a bit further. Yeah, so it's called event-based dosing. Taking PrEP around the time of sex, but it does require that you've organized the sex in advance, of course. 2-1-1. So 2 pills before sex, that's a double dose. A single pill 24 hours after, and then another pill after that, 24 hours after. So 2 around the day, at least 2 hours in advance, 1 the day after, and 1 the day after that. And try and keep it around the same time of day too. 2-1-1. Okay? I've had mixed feedback from clients about the side effects. A lot of people say that they were totally fine and normal, but adverse reactions are possible. You could get stomach pains or drowsiness. It's recommended that you take it with food, which I said before. But that's the reason I say that is because if you take it with food, you are less likely to get any of the side effects. Yeah, cool. That's the general idea. I also have some information to go through. I've got some sheets here with me. So I'm going to go over that just to make sure I didn't miss anything important.